Welcome back, Cozy Travelers. I hope you had a great couple of weeks. If you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video. And if you're coming back, I want to welcome you back. On today's video, I'm going to be doing what I'm planning on packing for my trip to Japan. It's coming up pretty soon, and I always kind of like talking through kind of what worked for me, because this is now my second time going. And now I kind of have in mind what I would use, what I kind of missed that I didn't bring. And so I kind of hope this helps if you're planning a trip on what to kind of bring. It doesn't have to be to Japan, it could be anywhere. And so this is kind of my process on what I'm bringing and kind of the thought behind it. And yeah, so I hope it helps you out, and let's get started. So the first thing we have here, I think I'm going to go starting with journals first, and then I'm going to talk about maybe what's going to be in my pencil case, and then what I'm going to be carrying some of this stuff in. So to start off, here we have a Moterm Traveler's Notebook cover. I actually do also have a Moterm in the the Hobonichi Week size. I typically use that to house my drawing one right now. And I really like the Moterms. They have a really nice feel. The price of them is not too crazy because they are faux leather. It's not real leather. But I've had this one now for about 4 years, and the cover has been doing well. I have some patches on there. I have one of the back of Princess Mononoke because I love Yakul from that. I have my little Yuji rubber keychain. A Hobonichi Jetstream pen here. This houses ballpoint ink. These here are just to be housed, because right now I have notebooks in it for the trip, but they're not actually assembled into the actual bands of it yet. So I'm going to do that a couple days before we leave. So going into this, we'll start with kind of what I have in here. So I have a plastic cover that is going to go into the first strap here while I'm holding it. And this one has in here a notebook I made. This is just some cardstock and some watercolor paper. And this one I took inspo from the Tokyo notebook that they did, where they had like a blank space and then you could cut the top, almost make like a postcard. I thought that was a really cool idea. And so I made my own with, I think it's like, it was 6 pages. So, no, 3 sheets. So yeah, so 6 pages. And this lets me kind of make it the size I needed, because I didn't want a whole one, nor did I want it to be like too left over from projects. So this one is really nice, because in this way, this will be per trip. So if I'm going on a longer trip, I can make a bigger book, or if I'm going on a smaller one, I can make a shorter one. And so this has watercolor paper because I'm planning to, when we go to cafes, just kind of doodle in this. The first time we went, I didn't do this, and I kind of missed out being able to do some drawing, but I will say the first time we went to Japan, you're doing so much that I didn't really have a lot of time to do that. So this time, that is mostly the goal, is to kind of enjoy it, take it a little slower, and do some drawing. I also lagged last time in bringing a Traveler's Notebook sticker release book. This is my 4th one that I have now. I showed 2 of them in my last video, or I showed 1 of them in my last video and mentioned what the other ones are, and this one's a new one for trips. So in here I have already put in ones that as I've come across, and I thought, hey, this would be great in some spreads. I've kind of just put them in here. Yep, so that's what I have in here. Not too full, because obviously if you're going on a trip and you're going to be getting more stickers, you want to have somewhere to put them. So that's there. So what I'm planning on doing, because I don't want to bring this whole book with me, it is pretty heavy and a little thick. When we're going to be doing like cafe trips, I'm just going to pull this out, like this plastic part with the stickers, and just kind of take that with me. So that'll be that. And I'm bringing an extra band so I could do this. So this is just a Hobonichi rivet band. and it works perfectly. This is the medium size, or yeah, it's the medium size because I think there's also a large one, but this is the one I use for this. And then what else we have in here? We have another zip bag. This I had gotten, I think it was from Surugaya. I had ordered it and I was like amazed that it actually worked perfectly in a traveler's, especially because it has the flap. So it kind of feels like it can protect a book. So I might do it like that, or I might just leave it as is. But in here, same thing. I have kind of ephemera that I've, over the past few months, I've just kind of collected and think that would work really nicely for the trip. And the only reason I bring ephemera with me too, asides like obviously the ephemera I'm going to be pulling from the trip, is the first time I did my notebook, there was moments where I kind of set some pages up and then just added more on top, and I kind of liked how that feel was like that I was already starting a page. And so that has, like I said, some stuff in it already. This is also just a sheet I got in a notebook that I thought was really cute. It has Mount Fuji and a cat that's traveling. See there. And this. So we have one blank notebook. This was part of the Tokyo release that Travelers did. And I thought it was absolutely perfect for this trip. I have in it kind of already made some pouches. I'm in a little pocket here from a button badge bag, so I thought that was perfect. And yeah, I've already kind of started putting a sticker here, the travel pet tape, so that this way I could have some stuff to already kind of work with and set up. The reason I'm definitely going to bring this is when we went a couple years ago, I had brought one of these, like I brought two blank full travel books, because there's the half trips. One of them I knew I was going to use for junk journaling. The other was supposed to use for journaling. The journaling one I did not open at all. There was just no time. I would get back to the hotel and I was like not really in the mood to start writing. But because we had brought so much ephemera back home, like wrappers from like food or packaging, that I would like give myself like an hour after coming back to like decompress from everything and just kind of do. So I'm actually going to show that one because I want to give you like an overall idea of what I want to do for this one. So this one here is the Traveler's Notebook that I brought the first time, and same thing, like I put like the front page here, some receipt paper, some packaging, stuff like that from when we got there. I put like our oh my god, what's the thing called, like the tickets, our tickets. And here I have like stubs from the trains, and I loved it. I loved how this came out. And I was like, this is definitely what I want to do again this time. And like I said, this helped me kind of, after the whole day of being out and walking, it was just kind of nice to just come back to the hotel and do some junk journaling without having to feel like I have to think about what happened, right? And this just kind of, I was just laying stuff out, so that was really nice. So this I definitely want to do again. Yeah. That's why I have this one here. I'm not going to do a journaling booklet because I just know that it's not going to work for me. So this would stay back in the hotel, so when we get back I'm just going to open this and kind of do my little setup. In here I have another sticker that I might actually have been contemplating putting it on my luggage, so I think that's why I put that there. What's nice about the Mo terms is that there's a lot of pockets, so I have here a Rainbow Holic postcard that I want to use for the day that I go visit the store. I'm obviously gonna get more like stuff from there, so but this is really nice to set up. I have some stamps already laid out for the days that we're gonna be there, so it's gonna be nice to kind of cut out and then put on. Either this book, or I'm actually gonna show another one I'm gonna be bringing. Back here just have a pencil board and some sheets of tickets and stuff that we're gonna need, so that's all laid out in there. That's gonna be here. So this is pretty much all set up. Like I said, the only thing I haven't done is actually put them in the bands, but this is gonna be like that. And Motem always comes with like a pouch, and I think Travelers does too, so it's nice because then when I'm traveling I could just put this in the bag, like that. So that's gonna be in my backpack. The other journal I wanted to talk about was my passport. So this year is the first time I ever owned a passport journal. This is housed in the to and fro pouch, which I really like because it's really thin, it's not too heavy, and it's gonna protect you from like liquids and stuff if I throw it in my backpack. This is just an extra sheet. I had gotten a Kirby sticker book and finished it, so I really like the cover, so what I did is just paste it around another book. So in here I just have blank paper. This used to be a Hobonichi thing. They don't release these anymore. It was just like a black notebook, but what I like is that it's blank and it has tearaway paper, so that one's great for extra stamps. This is my Love and Trip book. On here I have my tiger and bunny clip on the little nub part. This is from a gacha machine I got in Japan a couple years ago. Thought it was really cute. I do want to, I'm gonna keep my eye out for patches in Japan because I love putting patches on my traveler's notebooks. And because this one's gonna be, this trip is gonna be the first time I'm using it, I really wanna get a Japan patch for this. So that's the only reason there's nothing on here. On here I have the road trip pin, the clip. On here I have protectors, edge protectors or side protectors from the band. I got them on like AliExpress before, like I want to say like for my other travelers, so it had to have been like early this year. And in this one I have the Love and Trip book that came with it. My goal for this one, so like I was mentioning, the full traveler size, the regular size, I had hoped to use for journaling. It didn't work out. I wasn't looking to write. So what I'm thinking to do this time is I'm going to put a picture, because I'm going to bring my sprocket, which prints out a 2x3 photo, put the photo here, and then just write a little blurb about it. So let's say we go to a shrine, take a picture of the shrine, print it, and then write about it. Something to do kind of when I get back, maybe after junk journaling or before it, something quick, so that I could kind of have like these moments in here without feeling like I missed out on that actual aspect of journaling. Because the way I typically do travel ones is that I print a bunch of small pictures and then just write about the day. This is just about a moment. So I think that'll be a really fun way to handle this. And I think a more way that I feel like it won't feel overwhelming. I will get back to you after the trip to tell you now, to let you know if it actually worked for me. The other thing I have in here, which I'm really excited about, is a accordion style book. I'm really excited to use this as a stamp book because I love having stamps. And I know there's like passport books for that, like passport size notebooks for stamps, but I think having it like all in one big spread would be really awesome. That said, I'm also, like I said, I had that other book for putting loose stamps, which then I could cut out and put in my, maybe my scrapbook or something that I do, because I love to print out photos after the trip, like actually print them out on like 4x6s and put them in a scrapbook. So maybe I'll do that and kind of put some of those stamps around there. But the fact that it'll be housed in one little notebook, I think is really, really nice. And then lastly here, we just have a blank notebook. I got this from a friend who had bought a batch of them, and I already tested out some pens in the back. Writes pretty well with fountain pen. I have a little mini sticker release book in here for maybe if I'm just bringing little stickers. So what I'm planning on doing, this will probably stay in the hotel along with the motorhome, and I'm just going to be bringing this and the blank notebook, because this I just want to use to jot notes down. I already have, because now I can announce this, because I was waiting to mention anything before I got tickets, but I managed to get tickets for the Tokyo International Pen Show. That is from November 1st November 1st to November 3rd. So it's a Saturday to Monday. And yeah, I got my tickets for Saturday. I'm really excited to go. So I've already now made like a list of vendors I want to see, who's cash only, who's credit card and cash. So I have that set up now. And yeah, so I want something to jot stuff down there. Maybe if we meet people, like to just all notes. So this will be going with me along with that drawing notebook if I know that we're going to be stopping at spots. So these are the two actual like journals I'm going to bring with me. So one more than I did last year, like last time. I keep saying last year because I'm for some reason thinking it's 2024. A couple years ago now. And so that's going to be housed in my... There's a lot of jingling in this. I keep a lot of keychains on things. So sorry about that. So that's going to be housed in my medium size Delphonics. I love this thing for travel. It has so many pockets. Like, I can't speak highly enough about the Delphonics. There's so much space inside. In here I have a little notepad with the Hobonichi like sticky tabs and some blank note cards. A mini card holder that I use for putting washi cards in. I already kind of have planned out, so I might not actually bring this with me, but we'll see. I have it in here right now just to house in case I decide at the last minute I don't want to bring it. And then let me just take out some stuff here. Okay, got that. And then a couple more things on this side here. So I think that's okay. Yeah, so now this is empty. So going down the list here, this is all the stuff I'm going to be bringing with me. It does feel like a lot, but honestly, once I start talking about it, it's not going to seem like that much. So the first thing I'm going to be bringing is my watercolor kit. This is from Sakura, so this is just a little travel kit. I have not cleaned this yet. I definitely need to. So the set comes like this, and then there's like usually like a sponge here, which I've cut up to pieces. And I had another set. I forgot who it was by. Maybe it was the Winsor Newton one. So the Winsor Newton one had looser ones, so what I did is I just took those and I put them in here. So it's one full set in here. Love this thing. It's so cute, compact. It's not as compact as the one that you could fill yourself that's like super thin, but I really love this thing. I have a little hand towel that I got in Japan. Those you'll find everywhere, so I just kind of used one specifically for my watercolors. I am going to be bringing my pens. Some of them are inked up already, some are not. So I'm going to be bringing, let me move these over for a second. That is all perfect. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing one of these Opuses Mini. This houses some, I think I put in Sunburst from Birmingham, so it's like a really pretty yellowy orange. What I love about this pen for travel is the Opuses, they have like a plunger system, like a stopper, not a plunger, a stopper, so that when you're traveling with this pen, you don't have to worry about it spilling, even if it's nib down, because you always want to travel nib up with your pen so that when the pressure builds up in the plane, you're not exploding your pens, because that has happened to people I know. So always want to have your pens up, and if you can, have something that has a stopper so that you don't have to worry about that. That is also the reason why I like the VAC, because the VAC has that same stopper motion, because of the fact that it's a plunger on this one. So this one, you tighten it, no ink should be coming up on that one. Have my TWSBI, I'm bringing also the TWSBI minis here. These are also great, I just love the size of them. The other trick, aside having your nib up, is if you have space in here, like, it's hard to show in here, but if there is a gap of air in your like cartridge or in this piston, you want to push up and kind of release as much air as possible, and that'll also kind of help, because when there's pressure buildup in a plane, the air is what's kind of pushing the ink up. So if you don't have that much air in it, you're not going to have as much of an issue. That's been my tried and true method for traveling with pens, and I haven't had any issues since then, or like at all. So here we have a Esterbrook Mini. This one has some pigment ink. Actually, all of them except the Opuses are gonna have pigment. So this one doesn't have anything because I'm gonna have it ground at the Empire show. I wanna do something cool for this. So this one has platinum pigment in sepia. This one has his Diatramentis Magenta, the artist series, so pigment. This one's gonna have the platinum carbon black in it, and then this one has Diatramentis in the turquoise. So, oh no, green gray. This is what this has. So 4 pigments because I'm gonna be using this for drawing, and then 1 really fun color for writing. I'll also have some other options for writing, but these are like the fountain pens I'm gonna be bringing. Okay, so those are the pens. Let's quickly look at, oh, so this is the other method I was thinking. I'm probably gonna use this for travel because I already have some like travel sets here. Like I have Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company washi, some Japanese washi, ticket stubs, stationery. So like I might bring this instead of the little card holder folio one. And it's also really thin. I like that. So I'm not gonna be bringing all of these. I'm gonna probably just bring a few. And even if I don't bring the pouch, like this is still easier. Like just pulling these is much easier than having a stack of cards. So, because last time I brought that and it was fine. Like I brought like 6 that I was like, these are the specific like anime themed or travel ones. So that made it easy. And I think I'm just gonna set up a new card like this with some like that. So that's the solution for the washi tape. For the pencil case, I'm just bringing a dinky one that I've had for a while. It's really nice and slim, not too heavy. And in here I have a bunch of stuff, including the glue stick that was just floating in the bag. My favorite glue stick is the Glue Brand one. I know there's the one that color changes, but I just use the one with the square edge because I like that you could get the edges of paper like faster. And this works perfect. Also have in here some watercolor brushes. I'm bringing 2. Those will be in my bag ready for when I'm ready to draw. I've mentioned this one multiple times, but this is the Tombow permanent adhesive. These have refills, so I always bring an extra of these. It's just not in the bag right now, but I'm always gonna have an extra of these because I go through a lot of tape. I'm bringing a Hi-Tech C Coletto, the multi-pen, because this one houses a mechanical pencil. And what I love about this pen is that you can put whichever refills you want in this. So I chose to have the pencil one. I also have on here a brown, green, pink, and purple. And if I ever want to change any of them out, or if I get maybe more in Japan, I could always swap those out. This is just a 0.5. So I do have some 0.5 lead in here. In B, which is a nice soft pencil. I have some whiteout, just a tape runner, a whiteout runner, a small sharpener, a tiny little eraser, a gel pen that 80% of the time works, maybe 60, depending on when it feels like that day. I hope it works with Sarah because it's the only one I have with me. Oh, just kidding. I don't trust this pens, so I'm bringing 2. A pair of travel scissors. These are cool because they just really great. Travel with these all the time, never had an issue. Oh, one of my favorite pens. So this, I think, I found out recently that these went out of circulation, like they stopped making these. I'm so sad. There's probably other ones like this, but this is the Pilot Multi-Ball, and what's really cool about this is that it can write on a lot of surfaces. It's kind of like a Sharpie, but it's like more like a gel pen consistency. Like, it was so good. I love this. Like, I use it to write on photos, or if you have like packaging that's a little bit more like smooth or plasticky, like this works really nicely on it. Problem is I can't even recommend it now because I don't think they make it anymore. Maybe like a random shop, maybe they have a couple of extras, but if you ever see the multi-ball, get one. They're really great. I like the medium nib one. There's a fine and a medium. I feel like the medium has less issues writing sometimes because the nib is bigger, but yeah, if you ever see one, get one. If not, if you have a recommendation for a backup or like something else that's like that, let me know in the comments, because I am gonna be really sad when this pen runs out, because I had stocked up for a while and now I'm on my last one. So anyway, the last things in this pencil bag are color pencils, including the Multi 8 from Pentel. What's cool is that this one, you just turn the notch here, whatever color you want. So in case like I want brown, and then you just hold the pen downwards and it'll come up and you adjust how much you want out. Right, and then just make sure you push that back in before you twist it, because otherwise you'll break the pencil lead. These are fine, this is fun. I think it's really cool to just fill in quickly, but the color payoff is not great. Hence why I am bringing a couple of my Prismacolor pencils. I really want to, when I'm there in Japan, get a pack of watercolor pencils. I'm going to see if maybe there's like some budget friendly ones and play around with those, because I think that would have been really fun to also play with. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's in this bag. Just throw the thing back in there. And what's nice is, yeah, everything fits really snug in here. Nice and thin. Put that in the bag. What else is in this bag? Oh, last few things is the actual printer. So I'm bringing my HP sprocket with a little charger and some extra photo refills. I'm probably gonna put an extra pack in there, but I think that is everything that's going with me. The only stuff I haven't put here that is gonna be packed, and I think I just put in general, is like wires and stuff, but that's not really like stationery-esque stuff. So, but yeah, that's everything I'm gonna be bringing with me. It does seem like a lot, but this is basically what I brought the first time minus the watercolors, so maybe that does seem like a lot. But yeah, I brought this and the Moterm, and because I was bringing just the Moterm, like I was able to actually put the Moterm in here. Like it does fit in here. This bag is pretty crazy. So like if you have like a traveler's, like it fits in there. Albeit if you do that, like there's not gonna be much room for everything else. But the first time I went, I had only had this and my pencil case, so I wasn't worried about the passport. But right now, so the passport goes in here, the sprocket goes back here. Oh, no, the sprocket goes on this side. The pens go back here. There's 4 pockets inside, which is great. Pen. Since I'm bringing 5, I have just a single sleeve. That's going in there. I'm not bringing the whole pack, but just to show you that it fits in here, put it in there. Or let me put this first. Okay. There. Sprocket refill. Wire. Make sure there's nothing else. Okay, yep. So that zips up nicely. In the front here, I'll have my watercolor and the towel. So this seems like it's busting at the seams, but I will not have everything in here when I'm traveling, because this will be like in my backpack. So I wouldn't need the sprocket, and yeah, I wouldn't need the washi or the sprocket, so that'll lessen up some space there. So, and the passport one will probably be a little bit thinner, so I'll just put it sideways like that. But yeah, that is everything I am bringing to Japan with me for our trip. I'm obviously going to be getting a lot of stationery stuff there, especially now that I'm confirmed to be going to TIPS which is again the Tokyo International Pen Show there. So I will be bringing more stuff, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys, because I'm going to try to video the convention and just kind of show you what it looks like. I noticed that there's not a lot of videos online because I was curious myself about like what it looked like, because I'm a big fan of watching people's videos of pen shows before I go, just to kind of see like the vibes of it, how big it is, who are some of the vendors that tend to go a lot. And so when I was looking for the Tokyo one, there was not a lot of videos. Like there was some shorts and like small like hauls, but I'm hoping maybe it'll be okay to film. We'll see. If not, I will definitely be doing a haul video. And I think the last bonus thing I'm just going to chat about is the Empire Show. So let me get this stuff out of the way. So I have my little notebook here ready for the show. I already have jotted down some vendors I want to see on Sunday, October 12th. I'll have this little thing with me. I'm gonna have some pens that I'm gonna get ground. Specifically, hopefully I could get there early enough to get an appointment with Matthew Chen. And I have a booked appointment with Damien from All in the Nib. I'll have that. And then, yeah, if you see me there, I will be having a Yuki Cat rickshaw bag. It'll look like this. It's like a crossbody. I will have some stamps with me. I might have some stickers. Unfortunately, I had placed an order for more stickers that look like this, and I don't know if they're gonna get to me in time, which is really sad. So I think I only have 2 or 3 of these. Yeah, I have 3 of them. So if you get to me first, you'll be happily claiming these. I will have my stamp and some wooden stamps that I've designed, so definitely ask for those if I forget. And yeah, I'm really excited to meet some of you guys there at the Empire Show. This will be my second ever pen show, because the first one I went to, well, if you count Stationery Fest, then this will be my third, but I don't, because it's not like a specific pen show. So the first one I ever went to was the Philly show, and actually was the one that pretty much started me wanting to do YouTube. And so I have that, and this will be my second one. And then Tokyo will be my third and last for this year, because I already know that one is gonna blow some budgets. And so yeah, so I'm really excited about that. If you do see me, say hi. You could just tell them that you have seen my YouTube channel, and I'll know exactly where you came from. And so yeah, the other thing I'll probably have with me, if you're interested in, is I always carry my ink swatch booklet with me. Oh, that was the one thing I didn't mention. This will be with me in Japan too. As you can see, this is all filled. I haven't actually like numerized how many inks I have, but I will be bringing this because I do not want to be buying, even if it's an exclusive ink in Japan, an ink that I have similar colors to. So I'll bring this out and be like, is this similar to something I have? Because I don't want to buy inks, bring them all the way back and just be like, this is like something I have. I'm trying to get them as unique as possible, even including the fact that they're maybe more like limited edition. So that's really fun. But yeah, I'll have this with me. So if you're curious about seeing some inks, I have that with me. My little notebook, my pens, and all the stamps and stuff. So that was a little bonus talk at the end here. Hope I get to see some of you at the Empire Show. Comment down below if you have any things that are must travel for you. And yeah, I will be pretty busy, like I said, the rest of the month, prepping for the trip, pen shows, work, but super excited to be going, super excited to film some stuff. I will be definitely vlogging, so that's gonna be an interesting thing because I wasn't doing that the first time I went to Japan, but I'm really excited for it. So thanks so much for watching. I will see everybody in 2 weeks, and I hope you're safe and healthy, and we'll chat then. Bye.